Hello, True Texans. Susan Griffith here. I'm a satellite development coordinator for our 18 locations around the state, which means I do a lot of traveling to visit each of you as often as I can. It has been so fun for me to watch the growth of each satellite and the way the teams have developed. True Texas Project is exploding. If you would like to join the True Texas leadership team, please reach out to someone on the team locally, or you'll see my email address on the screen, and you can contact me at any time.
Of course, besides having our 18 satellites, we also now offer our monthly podcasts. We hope you enjoyed our interview with Ken Paxton in February and our interview with Luke Macias in March. For April, we're bringing you Jeffrey Stamm, a retired DEA special agent with over 40 years of law enforcement experience. He's spoken at many of our satellites already, but we want folks all across Texas to learn the straight dope on drugs, the border, and the assault on America. Because what Texan, or what American for that matter, is not horrified about our border? We'll include action steps every Texan can take, so tune in April 5th.
Okay, now that the March primary is over, we know we had some great wins and some hard losses, but we aren't done voting. It's time to shift our focus to any runoff elections, which is what happens when no candidate received at least 50% of the vote. The top two take it to a runoff on May 28th. But before that election happens, we also have the upcoming local elections for city councils and school boards. Remember to always check our website for voter recommendations before you vote.
In last month's announcements, Fran and I explained to you our financial position. Well, here's a fun way to help the cause. Texas Tough is our main effort to fund True Texas Project for the entire year. When you buy a ticket, not only do you support Texas's biggest and best grassroots organization, but you'll also have a great time. Check out this video. As if that wasn't enough, if you're in the DFW area, we're even offering free dance lessons leading up to the big event. You seriously do not want to miss the event of the year that everyone will be talking about. In fact, we even lowered ticket prices this year because we want the party to include all our friends.
Our speaker is Connor Boyack. You probably have no idea who Connor is, do you? You know, the creator of the Tuttle Twins? Don't worry about it. You know, we always have the best speakers, and I know you'll love what he has to say. And just in case you don't want to take my word for it, Julie, tell us how it came about that you have Connor speaking.
Great. Well, honestly, last year I started getting really frustrated. All anyone in political circles talks about is doom and gloom, the destruction of America and the end of the world. Come on, I have a teenage daughter, and this was not the message I wanted shoved down her throat. It was depressing. In July, I spoke with Massey Campos, a youth pastor and one of our favorite speakers at True Texas Project. He has the same concerns. What are we telling our young people? Well, then at Christmas, I chose the word joy. I wanted to spend 2024 focused on joy to counteract the world's message of hopelessness. But when we started to look for a speaker for Texas Tough, we were looking at people who fight against sex trafficking or who have been targeted by the FBI for J6. How do we hear a heavy and serious message like that and then go celebrate Texas with dancing and fireworks? That's when my friend Tim Hardin came to me with an idea, Connor Boyack. Within 2 days, we had him booked as our speaker. Later, when I was telling Tim we had it all worked out to host Connor, he started getting as excited as I am and spewing out all the ways Connor has impressed him. I stopped him and I said, hey, can we record this? So we did. Here's Tim to tell us a bit about Connor and how he came to know him as a homeschooling dad, as an economist, and as an activist.
My name is Tim Hardin, homeschooling father of 5, and I am so excited that Connor Boyack is going to be speaking at Texas Tough this year. My kids have read all of his books, The Tuttle Twins, and recently, his entrepreneur market has been a game changer for our homeschool curriculum. I recently had a chance to sit down with Connor and discuss his vision for America. And the thing I like about him is he actually understands that policy is downstream from culture and that cultural change takes time, and something the left has understood, which is it centers around the family and kids. That is why I can't wait for y'all to come and hear him lay out his vision at Texas Tough in 2024. To buy your tickets for Texas Tough, visit truetexasproject.com.
Wow. Well, I know where I'm going to be on April 20th, and I hope you'll be there too. Before we close, let's take a minute to recognize our Volunteer of the Month, Charlene Reagan from our Hill Country location. Charlene shows up regularly as a citizen advocate when we take trips to Austin, but leading up to the March primary election, Charlene went above and beyond, organizing a block walk for our day of action for not one, but two candidates. She pulled together 10 teams to walk, did all behind-the-scenes legwork to have printouts and addresses ready with the candidates, and even helped people order t-shirts to wear. Then after they knocked on 550 doors, she made sure those who were visited were covered in prayer for the decision they would have to make. Charlene had it all handled from start to finish, and she is one reason why True Texas Project in Hill Country is such a success. Thank you, Charlene.
Well, those are all the announcements we have for March. Stay tuned to hear local announcements from your local director.